Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today we are going to do a part two on the illusion of freedom. I'm going to go ahead and continue to talk to you guys about it. I did a very similar live on Instagram. The reason why I'm doing lives on Instagram separate from YouTube videos is because Instagram will only allow a certain amount of time for videos to be posted, at least for me. I'm not really sure about anybody else, especially if they are using iPhones or if they're using a desktop or if they're using camera equipment or specific camera equipment to be able to post videos on Instagram that are longer than 15 minutes. And if you go even a second over 15 minutes, your video is not going up on Instagram. But they will accept lives if they don't go past an hour. I think that's still the cutoff for lives is an hour, at least for me and my phone that I use. So I've been doing live videos separate from YouTube videos. I'm not going to do that every time. I'm going to try to just fit one video into both platforms, and I'm going to try to keep these videos as short as I can, which can be impossible because there's just so much for me to unpack. There's a lot for me to talk about, and I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm going to try, but I understand that people don't really have a lot of time to watch videos, and 13, 14, 15 minute video can be very overwhelming for a lot of people. I understand. So I'm going to try to keep these as brief and as short as possible, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about this illusion of freedom that we have here in this country. And I'm not saying that we don't have any freedoms here in this country, or that we are not more free than most countries or most nations. I'm not saying that we don't have advantages that we need to be thankful for. That's not what I'm saying here at all. But we are absolutely lying to ourselves if we call ourselves 100% free, because we are not 100% free. If you call paying a certain percentage of your hard-earned money to the government, whether it's 20%, forgive me, I don't know the exact percentage for most people, but let's just say roughly 20%, 40%, or even sometimes 60% based on what your net income is. You're paying a certain amount of your own blood, sweat, and tears, your own money. Most people are working jobs that they really don't want to work. Most people are just complete slaves to the system. And so, like you're working all these hours and you're devoting so much of your energy into a company or into a big business. And for what? So that, some percentage of your income can go towards not fixing roads and not fixing the homeless problem, and to continue to perpetuate this division that we have here in this country. I want to go ahead and talk about an interaction that I had earlier today, and this interaction is largely based on my own issues. I have a lot of, I have had a lot of anger issues for a long time. And I'm really proud of myself for seeing it for what it is and acknowledging it and looking my anger dead in the face, and just seeing what I can do to manage it, get it under control, and to see and I already know like what the underlying reasons are for my anger. I'm very well aware of that, and that's something that I'm continuing to work on and focus on. But I'm also being very patient with myself at the same time. But I had this interaction with this older woman and this older guy, and they were talking about politics. They were debating about, you know, I wouldn't really call it a debate. It was more of like a very uncomfortable, and you know, it just like from the energy that I was picking up from that back and forth that they were having, it didn't feel good to me. It felt like there was a lot of forceful, both the man and the woman were trying to force feed each other their own political ideologies. And you know, you have this guy over here who is pro-Trump all the way, he's super MAGA, and then you have this lady over here who hates Trump. You know, a lot of people will call it Trump derangement syndrome, and you know, she's calling this guy Trump an evil person, and you know, it's just, you know, the typical back and forth that, you know, you know, people of differing political ideologies will have, right? But I wasn't picking up a good energy from it, and you know, I really should have just completely stayed out of it. But, you know, I just, you know, kind of felt like I had to interject myself. And, you know, surprisingly and unsurprisingly, as I was interjecting myself and as I was trying to make peace, you know, because that's all I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to say that, you know, this guy over here was wrong or that this lady over here was wrong, because most people are lied to, most people are manipulated, and they are pressured into believing a certain way, believing a certain, you know, like it's this whole all or nothing mentality that most people have. You either have to support Trump or you have to support Biden. I don't support either, personally. But, you know, I was, you know, just trying to make peace and whatever. And oddly enough, the guy that is pro MAGA and supports Trump ended up being the guy that didn't want to participate in the conversation anymore. And he just kept walking away, you know, and, you know, after I had tried to make you know, the peace, you know, there's another part of me that got like really upset, you know, like I myself wanted to force feed my own spiritual awakening, you know, my own revelations that I've had over the last few weeks, because, you know, I don't want to accept the world for how it is. These are just things that I've observed within myself. I'm not using this as a way to criticize myself or to put myself down, but that's kind of where I was at the time. And you know, it escalated, and I got more upset, and the guy, he got more upset, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what they're trying to do. This is either intentionally or unintentionally. This is what this is turning into. There are no solutions. There are, you know, this country is not going to get any better. The only way that we will ever truly get better and be truly free is by being completely conscious and being completely aware of who we are. And once we can do that, once we can become, we can truly understand who we are and begin to work on ourselves spiritually and have more compassion and love for ourselves, then we can start to do the same for other people, and it will be a complete domino effect. That is what it truly means to be free. So we're coming up on 10 minutes here, which is the shortest that I can keep it, unfortunately, but I hope you enjoyed it, you guys. I hope that it brought value, and if it did, share it with your friends and your family, and like always, subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want to do. But until the next video, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you again soon. And be sure to check out the last live that I did on Instagram. If you follow me at itsmatty_eyes, I think that one's going to be really important. So talk to you soon. See you around. Bye.